The live stream will begin in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The live stream will begin in 2 minutes. The live stream will begin in 1 minute and 30 seconds. The live stream will begin in 1 minute. The live stream will begin in 30 seconds. Come join the conversation in the live chat. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It's showtime. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Carry on Accessibility. I'm Carrie, and today I have my sister Gwen with me. Hi, Gwen.
Hi.
Happy Tuesday. We were supposed to do this Friday, but we had to reschedule for today, and I'm really excited. We have quite a lot of news that I unfortunately haven't been able to cover with videos, and so I thought I'd just do a quick live stream and chat about all sorts of things that's accessibility and technology related. So that's what we're going to do today. Thanks to everybody who's already hopped onto the live chat. I'm sorry we're late, but we are going to go ahead and get started because we have so much to get through. Like, I don't know, Gwen, if you saw the document, but there's quite a lot of things that I'm hoping to get through. You saw the what?
I saw part of it.
Oh, that's okay. One of the reasons I asked my sister here today is that she's, I'm sure she'll agree with me that she's not the most technologically advanced.
Yep.
Is that a nice way of saying it? Did I say it nicely enough? All right. And so we're going to go from that perspective and try to catch up on some of the latest and greatest.
Gotcha.
At least.
Yep.
Hopefully it's the latest. It's been a couple of months and we've had Google I/O, WWDC, and just like there was a Microsoft Ability Summit. So we'll see what we can get through. So let's go ahead. Oh, before we actually do that, I just want to give a major shout out to all the co-op Patreon and YouTube members out there. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And if you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member as well. So let's see. I have actually a it's not a presentation, but I'm going to share my screen And so I can show some of the pictures that go along with these articles. And all of the information that I'm going to be talking about is in the Google Doc that I put in the YouTube description. Unfortunately, there is actually a character limit on YouTube description, so I couldn't just like copy and paste it there. Yeah, I did discover this recently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I
I'm
had
like,
no
oh,
idea.
yeah, me too. I'm like, oh, I didn't know. So here we go. First up is WWDC, and I know me and my sister are mostly Android users, but I know Gwen, she used to have an iPhone a long time ago, and I still have my iPhone, and that I use quite often for accessibility purposes and testing. So let's go over some of the new updates there.
All right.
Uh, First of all, Apple rebranded AI to be Apple Intelligence. I just love that. They
That's brilliant.
I know. I really love that touch, and
Wow.
hopefully it, they're going to be using their own brand of Apple servers, all that. If you want to go technical, go to the link that I
Hmm.
shared. And Apple also had all sorts of articles about WWDC and Apple Intelligence, how it actually works. And they do have a way that you can use ChatGPT. It'll say like if there's something that it thinks ChatGPT will be able to answer better than it can, then it will ask you, hey, do you want to use ChatGPT? And it'll ask you each and every time. So that's
Wow.
a kind of interesting take on it since they want to be, they're privacy focused. Yeah.
Right.
One thing that Siri from the presentation at WWDC, it seems like it might have more control over your phone. So whereas like Gemini, which I guess is Google's AI, it's really good at like searching when it doesn't get things wrong.
Oh, yeah.
There are some areas now that you can like add a picture or like add a PDF and have it do that, but Siri seems to be able to do more with the actual phone, like controlling apps and such, which is
Oh,
I'm really interested in.
that is really interesting. Yes.
Yeah, next is they're actually letting you put your icons anywhere on the home screen, which has been on Android for a long time.
Really?
Yeah. And here, wait, if I zoom in, are you able to see my screen zoomed in?
Let me see. Are you zooming in?
Yeah, I'm zooming in.
Can you zoom out?
I'm zooming out.
Oh, wow. Okay. There. Yes. It looks like it's showing up. Yep.
It is. So if I go like this, you can see my
It
mouse really large.
there is a lag. So, um I see right now, wow. A Your phone? Your Yeah, I see your mouse. Okay, zoom in now.
I am zoomed in.
Okay, no. What is this pink thing on the very right?
Oh, that's just a background.
Okay.
Yeah. So on the left here, it's a picture of the iPhone home screen where they have a picture of a person in the middle, and then so they put icons around that
All
person so it
around.
doesn't block the actual picture.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then you can also have a tint, and you can tint like the colors of the icons. Do you see
Interesting.
that? Like right.
I
I
do.
wonder if I can zoom in with Windows. No, okay. That doesn't work that well. But yeah, it seems pretty cool. Um, I want to see this and how it actually works, and if we can make the icons bigger, because on Android, depending
Right.
on your launcher, depending on like how it is, you can make your icons larger, make them smaller. Um, the widgets you can resize
Yeah.
them. Uh,
So we don't actually know if this is possible on the iPhone. We know that we can now
um,
put them in different places. We just
yes.
don't know that we can adjust the grid size.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Yeah, if somebody's on the beta and knows, I would be really
Yeah.
curious. So there's also the control center, which is kind of like their quick settings slash notification center for iPhone.
Mhm.
And so if you look on here, there's like different controls on the control center. You can do what can you do? Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, all that stuff. You can put like the flashlight icon there and things like that. And so now you're going to be able to like make those bigger or smaller, and like other apps will be able to use it.
Huh. It doesn't look like the control center. It's so unfamiliar to me. Just that's quite like wow, it's a whole different universe. It
Yeah,
feels like
it is a little bit, but it's in a lot of ways it's still similar,
yeah.
because even on Android you can customize your notifications, like, with different apps. Different apps
Mhm.
have access to it, so, like, once I had one called Notification Shortcut, and so I could put icons on my notifications. You can do all sorts of things, but on iOS, now you're going to be able to do
Oh,
more,
I
which is
see.
cool.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay. What is the difference between the middle screen and the right screen that I'm seeing on the video?
They're just examples of the control
Oh,
center. Yeah. One thing
okay.
though, there is an option. All of these have like transparency. In iOS, there's an option to reduce transparency, which would make the contrast better.
Mm,
Um, yeah, because there are some areas where iOS, if you have transparency on and you don't use increased contrast, like for
mhm.
example, this section is hard for me to read. Over here on the left side, there's some text that's white on like a light color background that's a gradient. That's hard for me to read.
Are you talking about um the one with the yellow?
It's like yellow and
Oh,
pink.
I
Right
see
here,
it.
I'm highlighting the text.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay. So what part will be transparent?
Like, that's just all of it. This is how it
Oh,
is by
wow.
default. And then if you
Huh.
turn on or change the accessibility settings, then it will change.
I see.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep. There's gonna be a way to lock and hide, apps completely, so you can make it, like, password protect them or use Face ID, which is pretty cool,
That's
I
pretty
guess.
cool. That's really
Mess
cool, actually.
Yeah, and you one thing is you can hide it completely, even, like, if you search for it, it won't appear.
I see.
Um, so all those, never mind.
Exactly. We were thinking of the same thing. Certain
Okay.
people, little
Mhm.
people, that are interested in certain other
Oh, I was
apps.
thinking about something completely different,
Oh,
but okay.
okay.
Yes, but that would really work for kids too.
Yeah. So really quick, I do see some people saying hi. Hi, Carrie. It's Mackenzie again. It's been a while since I've chatted, and I know this is before the stream, but I now have a Samsung Galaxy A13. Okay. Um, hmm. Let's see what else. Do you have a presence on Mastodon?
I don't. I don't. I'm not on Mastodon.
Oh,
Um, let's see. We have YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, X, because my sister defeated the CAPTCHA. Uh,
yes, that was quite a feat, accomplishing the X CAPTCHA. I can't believe I accomplished that. It took
yeah, they
several times.
I mean, I don't know how you did it because I was there for quite a while trying to break that. I felt I was quite frustrated. I told everybody I'm not going to use Twitter anymore because I can't pass this captcha. But then my sister's like, "Oh, Here, there's a captcha. Let me sit here until I break it. And I'm like, ah.
I couldn't let it go. Um, so that question was by David Goldfield, and then Tough B Fong, of course. He says, "Late again, I
Oh,
see. Lol, ha ha ha. Sorry."
yeah. Well, let's get back to
Uh-huh.
some of the news, and then if they have a question, maybe we
Yeah,
can like address that.
sounds good.
Okay. So, one thing that's really exciting for me is some of the messages updates. Uh it'll finally have RCS support. So that's really great for actually Android users.
Yes.
Because now my parents, they use iPhone, and anytime they send a photo or a video, it's
Yep.
absolutely terrible, and are like, send it through XYZ app, um and so finally, hopefully with RCS support, that will be a lot better. And you can also do text formatting, like doing things like bold, italics, changing colors, and things like that on iMessage, which I wish, was universal. That would be really cool.
That would be awesome.
Though, then again, then it would feel more like an email, though, because if you know, you'd have to go to all that effort. In some ways, like if you just text, it's simple. You don't have to think about it that hard.
True.
Yeah. Mail is going our mail is going to get some updates, like being able to categorize different email. You can group emails from the same sender. So let's say you signed up for Zappos because they had a coupon, and
Mhm.
then they
Mhm.
kept sending you emails. I hope you can just group all of those and delete it.
Cool.
That'd be great. And the AI is supposed to be able to group emails through what's important to you and what you need to respond to, things like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Um, Somebody just wanted to ask, "Hey, Carrie, are you going over iOS 18?"
We're going over some of iOS 18. We're doing WWDC. We're going to talk about Google and Microsoft and Be My Eyes and Envision and a whole bunch of different things right now. We are going through some of the iOS updates. So, yeah.
Okay, and there's one more. Joshua Shrim. It says you can't change grid size on iOS 18. Moving apps
Oh,
also sucks because you can't use actions
what?
to move them anywhere like Android. On iOS 18,
Wait.
you have to drag around until VoiceOver says the row and something.
Really?
Hmm,
Because it used to be so much easier with voiceover than talkback, because with voiceover you could even group the different apps together and move them all at the same time. That's very weird.
that's interesting.
Um
Okay.
so next we've got photos. And by the way, we're going through all of this really quickly, I feel, and if you want to dive deeper into any of these, you can check out all the links in the Google Doc, which is in the description if you want to, learn more information.
Mhm.
So photos, you'll be able to filter by objects, places, I'm guessing people and more. It'll automatically curate collections, and
Mm.
then you can add those. I'm smiling, and I'm going to try to stop comparing it to Android. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it. Let's just keep going. We can remove objects from the background now,
Uh-huh.
and then there's, like, a way to filter out the clutter, or that's what they call it, where, you can remove from view receipts and screenshots. And I wonder if iOS automatically makes folders for that, or albums
Mm.
like other apps.
Yep.
I wonder. There's a tap to cash feature, which is kind of cool. You can put two iPhones together, if everything's set up on your Apple Pay or Apple Wallet rather. And if it's all set up, you can just transfer money. Then again, like I guess that's nice so that you don't have to get their like tag or their email and things like
Yeah.
that. If you're in person, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They're also I couldn't figure it out. I think they're adding a game mode or they're making it better somehow.
Adding a what?
Game mode?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool. With here, I'm quoting from the article I linked. With AirPods Pro 2, you'll be able to nod or shake your head in silent response, like to yes no questions from Siri.
Huh.
So that's really nice because if you're like walking or in your crowded environment, it's like, oh, you're getting a call from your sister. And you're like, no, shake your head, no, shake your head, no.
Right. Or your boss, right?
Oh yeah, that's oh my goodness.
Uh-huh.
There's also a new dedicated app for managing your saved passwords. It's coming to iPhone, iPad, Mac, and Windows. Um, it's interesting that they're doing that. Most people, I feel like, use their browser save and Google. Like I thought they already had Keychain. I guess it's not a separate app, but I guess that's cool. Though for work and security purposes, they always say, don't use password managers. Don't use
Mhm.
this password manager. Don't use that one.
Seriously.
So I don't know. One cool thing, and it almost makes me wish certain people had an iPad, is
Mhm.
on Share Play. You can now take control of somebody else's device um, during a screen sharing session. So you can help them do
Ooh.
something. Yeah. And you can even use your Apple Pencil, if you have one, to point to your device, and
Uh-huh.
the other person will see the pointer on their screen. So that would be really helpful for people that aren't great with tech, or their moms or their
Are you
dads.
trying to say something?
Their moms or their dads, I said. Yeah. On iOS, Watch OS 11, you'll be able to pause. Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to look through some of these. So this is photos. This is what that will kind of look like. You can also sort it by different dates. So instead of just like the you can basically set a date range. So that's pretty cool. Um so there's just some pictures here. Oh, you can also create custom emojis. Or I can't remember what they call it, genmojis or something like that, where you can completely create like a new emoji. Um,
Asking
then I'm
something.
wondering
Are
about
they
like, are they going to be labeled? How are they going to be labeled for voiceover? And then if you can't see them, like it's like,
Yeah.
what's that one?
What
What
is
is that?
that one?
What
Yeah.
is that? Yeah.
Are they gonna rebrand emojis to be Apple emojis too? Apple emoji.
Probably.
AM.
Yep. Um, so just a few things on Watch OS.
Okay.
You can customize your different goals, or your rings is what they call it.
Yeah.
You can pause your goals, which some people don't like, because it's like the whole idea of goals is that you shouldn't
Right.
be able to pause them. And then there's like a training load where it can show how much effort each activity takes you, and that way you can kind of adjust whether you should slow down or not. Apple Pencil can recognize your handwriting and try to recreate it, even if you paste different text from websites and
Ooh.
things. It'll like try to convert it into your.
Ooh, I really like that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty fun. Then on iPad, it has a lot of the same updates as iOS for
Mhm.
iPhone. But one really cool thing is math notes. So here's a picture, like, because I don't know, I guess I'm not that creative, but I could never draw something quite like this. It would never look that neat. But you can have math notes do like different calculations for you,
Wow.
and then you can put
Wow.
equals, and then you can change, like, erase the different variables and
Mhm.
then make it recalculate or whatnot, which is interesting. Um
Wait, wait, just to pause. Okay, so what I'm seeing on the screen is
mhm,
like somebody drew all kinds of diagram for maybe the word problem or something like
yes.
that. And
It
so
says
are you
projectile
saying
motion in table tennis. So
oh
they're
yeah,
yeah,
okay, so that's
yeah,
a person with a racket. Anyway, so they're
yep,
calculating whatever. So are you saying while you write on this screen, it'll actually help you calculate?
yes, yep,
No.
yes,
No.
yes. As long as you have the equations.
Right.
Yeah. If you write the equation down incorrectly, then
Oh.
oh wow. It'll it'll probably follow that.
Oh.
It'll even graph it for you, which is cool.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. I'm terrible at
Kids
math.
these days.
For real. How did we survive?
I have no idea. So let's see.
So basically, guys, this is really big for me. Like imagine you write on a blank piece of paper, and that blank piece of paper, you make your little doodles and your little math equation and everything, and all of a sudden that little piece of paper can just start giving you the answer. I to
Yep.
me
I mean,
that's
I can imagine
mind-boggling.
it. This is a pretty, well, maybe it's not a complex example, but right now I have a child in elementary school. So,
Right.
like, for me, this is a complex
Yes.
example. But, like, I wonder if you just put like 4 plus 7 equals and then it like answers for you.
Oh my
And then you
gosh.
can like erase the plus and put a minus,
And then
things
it'll
like
change
that.
it.
Yeah, it'll
That is
change it.
amazing, guys, that's so amazing. Okay.
Don't tell your kids.
I know, right? I'm just thinking of, like,
It's okay,
seriously,
they don't have an iPad, so
oh
there's
my
that too.
goodness, the stress of doing math. Anyway, continue.
Oh my goodness. So for, Mac OS, it's called Sequoia, and one of the cool things is I'm trying to look for, where did it go? Oh, here it is. Okay. One of the highlighted features is the fact that you can now have basically mirror your iPhone onto your Mac.
Mhm,
You used to be able to get notifications and all these. You could even send iMessage messages and things like that from your Mac, but now it's the whole uh, iPhone screen. So, one cool thing that's really stands out to me is that you can have it locked in your bag, supposedly, and you can still mirror your iPhone
ooh,
onto your Mac.
hmm,
That's pretty cool.
that's pretty
And then
cool.
the audio will come out through your Mac as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. One cool thing that I don't think it does, or but would be really cool if it did, is if the trackpad converted into like a virtual iPhone screen, like the touch screen. So if you're using VoiceOver, you can
Mhm,
double tap and swipe through the different options as if the trackpad
hmm,
was your iPhone. That would be really cool.
that would be
Uh,
cool. Just
yeah.
a quick one, there, Joker Alice did make a point, she I wish I could have paused my rings when we were talking about the watch during moments of healing from injuries or even through surgery. So I think for a
Mhm.
moment like that, it would be useful. So yeah,
Yes.
just
I wish you could put a reason, you know? You could put a reason. Is it a medical
right.
reason?
Oh,
Or is
wow.
it because, "Oh, I'm
Are you
feeling
saying
lazy
you have to
today."
you have to fill out a form just for you to
No, just
just for
tag
you?
it. No, I'm saying if you could tag it, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So another thing that stands out to me on Mac OS is on Safari, which is their internet browser, their web
Right.
browser, you can get different highlights of information. So if you're on like a web page and there's an address and a phone number there, it'll like lift that out
Mm.
and send that to you or show that to you.
Mm.
And then it'll also it'll keep the ads there. There's like this feature where it'll keep the ads there, but kind of make them lose focus, kind of make them transparent or
Right.
something like that. Which I guess is great for the user, but for the people that are trying to advertise, I don't know how good that is. Yeah. Let's see. And then it has like a lot of the same updates for mail and other things like that we've talked about.
Mhm.
And there's just so much more. Now, a few things that are specific to accessibility. Let's go on to there.
Yes.
Which I thought was really cool. They have eye tracking. They will have eye tracking on iPhone and iOS. So you can just look at your iPad or look at your iPhone and
Mhm.
control it that way. So for people that have mobility challenges, they can control it that way. And then so you would just look at a specific control and stay looking at it. So that would be like something like dwell control. And
Mhm.
then it will automatically click or activate that item. That's pretty
Hmm.
cool. And it reminds me of the Vision Pro,
Yeah.
where it has eye tracking, which doesn't work well for me and a lot of other blind people, and probably not for my
Mhm.
sister Gwen,
Nope.
but for people who need it, I think that's
Right.
pretty cool. Then they have music haptics, which,
Mm.
if for those of you who don't know, my brother is deaf, so
Mhm.
I would actually be really interested in this one. So for music, it'll do different like taps or textures or types of vibration to kind of give you a um, a version of the music through haptics, which is I love that idea. It's only available right now for Apple Music, and they did release the API, so other apps can develop for it, but it's not like automatic.
Gotcha.
There's also something called vocal shortcuts, which
Mm.
also reminded me of Vision Pro. No, not Android, Vision Pro,
Yeah.
where you can make different sounds and have like shortcuts. So that's really cool, I think. And it doesn't have to be words, it could be just sounds and utterances, which is, I think, could be super helpful for whoever needs something like that.
So technically, you can like clear your throat, and and
Like there's a
there's
no, like things like tisk, like a
uh
or a sh or a k, and things like that. You can make those different sounds,
mhm.
um, and have it do something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Now this one, um, honestly, just kind of made me feel a little dizzy or confused. It's called Vehicle Motion Cues Can Help Reduce Motion Sickness. So, what the Apple says is that there are people who find it really difficult, like in cars, to look at their phone
Mhm.
because of the disconnect between how their phone appears and like the movement of the car. So if you turn it on, I'm gonna play this, and if you zoom in, before I play, there's like these dots on the screen. Right now, there is a picture from like I think it's a recipe. It says
Yeah.
cast iron, something like that.
Yeah.
There's dots around the edges of the screen, and once I press play and you have like this option enabled, as
Mhm.
you're moving in the car, they will also move. I would find that incredibly distracting and confusing, honestly, but hopefully that helps somebody out there. I'll play
I
it one more time if
You did
for those.
not see anything.
Oh,
Like, I can't tell it
yeah.
what's
There's
happening.
There's just dots going up, down, left, right,
What?
like all different directions. Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully that it is helpful for someone,
Yeah.
'cause yeah.
There are some CarPlay updates. So if you connect your iPhone to a car that has CarPlay, and there are some pretty cool features that you can now control it with voice. So using voice control, they do have bold text options. They have color filters for people who are colorblind and different things like that. And one thing that I thought was really cool is sound recognition. And now I wish I could have this for my brother because, if there's a car horn or a siren, it will alert the driver, which
That's
is,
aw
I
yeah,
would love that.
I would love that.
Let's see. Um, sure. Did you
I
have
guess it would be good too if you're, if you're listening to something,
Mhm.
if it's alerting you visually, right? Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that
that's
would be
awesome.
good too. So some Vision Pro updates. There's live captions now for things in the apps. And so it said for live conversations. So I don't know if that has to be FaceTime or if that can be physically in person. I'm sitting across, somebody at a table. Will that provide live captions of what they're saying? I don't
Hmm.
know. Maybe. Uh let's see what else do we have. All right. Oh, here's just a few. I'm just gonna go through these super quickly. There's also reduced transparency. There's smart invert and dim flashing lights. That's all for the Vision Pro. Then for users who are blind or low vision, VoiceOver, this is generally not just the Vision Pro, but VoiceOver will include new voices, a flexible voice rotor, which I don't know what that means,
Hmm.
custom volume control, and the ability to customize VoiceOver keyboard shortcuts on Mac. Magnifier will offer a new reader mode to easily launch detection mode with the action button. So that's what that will look like, that you can control like the different colors and the backgrounds in reader mode. Let's see what else. Braille users will get a new way to start and stop Braille screen input for faster control and text editing, and also the Japanese language availability for Braille screen input support for multi-line braille with dot pad. It's that dot pad is this really expensive kind of braille display that has multiple lines. And you can also choose different input and output tables. Let's see. For low
Will it
vision,
mm,
um, you also have, I think they have a picture of this. Oh, they don't? Hmm. Um, it's called hover typing. So as you type, there will be a little like hovering window that will show you what you're typing, and you can customize the colors and the fonts and have the size, I'm assuming.
so instead of just the edit field, you're going to see the actual it's more than just the edit field.
Yes, it's more than just the edit field. It's on top of the edit field, and then you can customize that.
Hmm, pretty cool.
There's a lot more things like personal voice. You can now use it with Mandarin. Live captions will include categories and simultaneous compatibility with live captions or live speech. So you can use both of those things at the same time. Virtual trackpad for assistive touch allows users to control their device using a small region of the screen as a resizable trackpad. So it's like a virtual trackpad. Switch
Mm.
control will include the option to use the camera on iPhone or iPad to recognize finger tap gestures as switches. So I'm guessing that's similar to the Vision Pro gestures where you pinch and things like that. I wonder if that's what they're talking about. And then voice control will offer support for custom vocabularies and complex words.
Wow. Joker Alice says on the Braille section, you can now even control your phone with Braille screen input when switched into command mode.
Yeah, that's also really cool. You can just use that.
And then Ty Rocky, I think you can swipe on the Mac like a phone if you hold down control plus option and use the router on the trackpad at the same time. I think that's when you were talking
Mm.
about that.
Yes. So there is I forgot what it's called, but there is one where you can use a trackpad, like
Mhm.
it's the touchscreen of the Mac. But I wonder if you also mean you can do the same thing with the iPhone that you're screen mirroring on the Mac. Sorry about that. Um, audio. There's also audio ducking improvements, which is pretty cool. I think usually, you can turn on. Ow, ow, that's really loud. That's so loud.
Was it me? Sorry,
Yes,
I
thank
lost
you.
everything for just a second. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I, it's really it was really loud, but that's okay.
Well,
Uh,
okay. Sorry about that.
then
Hmm.
there's audio ducking improvements. Uh, so you can lower the volume of your media while your screen reader is talking, but you can also adjust it now. So a lot of the time it would lower the media volume like just a lot. And now you can control it if you just want it to be a little bit at a time. Next, we have Google, which didn't
Okay.
have a lot of updates, honestly. Gemini will now be your assistant. You can use that now if you guys want to. It works better with TalkBack for me than Google Assistant ever did, so that's a plus. TalkBack will, it's not yet, but will use Gemini for image descriptions. Uh, the Google Lookout app now has a find mode, and then they want to promote image mode. I saw them do that here in this picture, and in this article, but I don't recommend the image mode on Lookout because it's not using the latest AI and it's very, very limited. There's some updates on Look and Speak, which is something people can use if they're nonverbal or just want something to speak for them. That's really helpful. There's let's see, there was one. Where did it go? Okay, I've been looking at so many articles that it's all blurring, and I don't know which which article.
Look, speak. Okay.
Yeah. But there's a hands-free cursor for developers, which came out last year, and now it's going to be available. It was available for PC, and now it'll be available on Android. Um, and there's a new design for sound notifications. That's kind of the same thing that I mentioned earlier, where it'll alert you to different noises in your environment, whether it's a doorbell
Yeah.
or an alarm or a baby crying or dog barking, things like that. Um, Hopefully, their redesign is actually good and is better than the redesign for Lookout, which I was not very thrilled about. Um, let's see here. For Chromebook, you'll be able to turn off the trackpad, magnifier, and select to speak on Chromebook will actually work together, and magnification will follow as select to speak reads. You can change the mouse pointer size finally, and
Mm.
turn. You'll be able to turn off the blinking text cursor, which hopefully that can help some people. For me, I just can never find it sometimes.
Hmm.
Google Drive now has first letter navigation. So, if I mostly use Windows File Explorer. You can
Yeah.
just press the first letter of the file or the folder. That that's what they're talking about. For Google Drive, you can now do the same.
Okay. Okay. I have my own issues with Google Drive, so
Oh, yes, same. They also have a new dark mode, which I turned off.
yay! Oh,
Nope,
no.
I turned it off because there were still, like, light mode elements here and there, and that drove me nuts, and so I turned it off, and
Is
then
it
I
like
used Dark Reader.
oh, I hate that.
I don't
It's
like
like
that.
everything is nice, and then all of a sudden you click on something, and
Mhm,
it's completely white,
yep.
and it's like, "Ah!"
It's non-committal. If you're gonna commit to a dark mode, go all the way.
Yeah,
I don't like, there was an update to YouTube Studio, and I
oh,
complained to my sister quite a bit.
yes, she did.
There's all these white buttons everywhere now, and it's very frustrating. Just the white buttons, and even on the YouTube app, I went into a live stream, and there's this big message right there, and it's all white. I'm like, "This is dark mode. Why does anything
What?
have a white background?" Yep.
Yeah.
Google Maps now has a more detailed voice guidance. That's been there for a while, I feel like, but they decided to add it in there, like what we've been doing lately. So I guess I just added that lens in Maps. You can hold up your phone in Google Maps, and if you're using a screen reader, it'll tell you like what you're looking at, what building,
Oh,
if it's
cool.
available in your area,
Mhm,
and how far away, which is really cool. It's just it's not there yet. And then one thing that drives me nuts is that it's supposed to come out on iOS before it comes out on Android, which
mhm.
is totally backwards. But it's a good concept, I guess. Yep.
Uh,
Let's see what's next. Oh, here's the Chromebook that I was talking about. Let's see. Okay, I guess there's not many pictures showing anything there. Let's go on to the next one. Oh, for Microsoft, they had their Ability Summit 2024, and the only thing that really jumped out at me is the fact that they're using ChatGPT to describe videos for audio description. There's a form that you can fill out if you're interested, but it's more for organizations. It's like if you want if your organization wants to describe your videos, fill this out. So that
mm.
was kind of disappointing for me that they did that. There's also some of these are going to be shorter now since we've gotten through like the Google and the Apple stuff. Be My Eyes came out with their Windows app. I know people have been talking about all the stuff that I've already mentioned, um, but I haven't gotten to make any of these videos. But it's available on Windows, and it was updated, so now it actually has a better dark mode, because before it was black on a dark blue background, which
Ooh.
I was not very happy about. Like, I can't see this.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes. I'm
absolutely.
going to go ahead and share my screen, actually, entire screen,
Okay.
and just quickly show that. Here we go. Be My Eyes. This is what it looks like now. It's the regular Be My Eyes color scheme, white on blue. It's still a bit of a light blue, especially when you hover your mouse over it. Um, but it's better than it was. You can describe your screen, describe picture, describe what's on your clipboard. So if you took a screenshot or something, take a picture with your camera. However, you can't choose which camera. If you have multiple cameras,
Mhm.
it won't work.
Okay, wait, so it has I can see everything being magnified now.
Sorry. There we go. Yeah.
So
So
describe my screen,
mhm.
describe picture, okay, and then describe clipboard and take a picture. Okay, cool.
So
And so
describe.
all this was white before? There was nothing.
No, it was black on a dark blue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Also, the describe picture is you could pick a file. It only
Oh,
does pictures though. I wish it could do PDFs and other things. Um, and it can only do one at a time.
Right.
Also, um, what was I gonna say? Oh, right. So there are some keyboard shortcuts here. With the
Mhm.
update, you can go to settings and you can actually customize these keyboard shortcuts because these keyboard shortcuts will not work if you're using Windows Magnifier. So
Yikes.
that. One other thing, you can have it describe something to you, but you'll have to use a screen reader if you want, something to read it to you, which is frustrating when you're low vision.
Mhm.
There's also no way to increase the font size, which is kind of sad. Yep.
Hmm.
Let's see. What else do we have? I'll go back to sharing my window.
Um.
Yep.
What's his tough Bifong? You could try my version of dark mode. Lol.
I'm good, thanks. Thanks, Jared, but I'm good. I like my dark mode.
You mean the and Meta says you mean the ultimate dark mode.
Oh.
Ultra. Lol.
For context, for those who don't know, there's Jared is talking about, the fact that he can't see anything, so that's the ultimate dark mode. Yeah, ha 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 ha.
No thanks.
So there are a few IRA updates.
Oh, okay.
They have a pilot program now, so they're working on integrating with the ARX AI headset, which is basically a bone conduction headphones. I did do a video on the ARX AI. It's bone conduction headphones with a camera, and you can use it for, scanning text and things like that. I did try it out and having quite a few challenges with it. I'll talk about that later. The end is going to be IRA on the Meta glasses, or they're working on that as well.
Ooh,
I do like
okay.
the Meta glasses. They are
I like
great.
that too.
Yes. I actually really, really like them. They work quite well. So if there was something that I would recommend, it would be the Meta smart glasses, except the AI. The AI is so.
There's always gotta be one
Yes,
thing.
there's always you know me. I always
Yeah,
have to complain about something.
it's everything is great except for dot dot dot.
Ira will now integrate with RIM, which is by Numa Solutions. It's think of Zoom, except it's for controlling your computer,
Okay.
and it's accessible with screen readers.
Oh, okay.
So it's usually a paid service, but with Ira, if you want an agent to look at your screen, this will be a free integration, at least for the user.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Ira also launched Access AI for free. So that is pretty much like Be My AI and features like that, except that on Android and iOS too, it has a dark mode, which is really nice. It has a few other things too, like you can have an agent verify if what the AI said is correct or accurate, which actually could be very useful.
Hmm. This the one I'm using, right?
No, you're using
Okay.
AI,
I'm using which one?
seeing AI.
Okay. I can't get it straight. There's so many like
There's so
seeing
many
AI,
AIs.
access AI, assistive AI, etc. I'm like, which I'm sorry guys. I am intelligent. It's just that I choose to, not really use my all of my brain sometimes when it comes to these kinds of things. Like my bandwidth just doesn't um I don't know. So anyway, I ask my sister sometimes which one will read
Which
it.
doohickey am
Exactly.
I
Okay.
supposed to use? That's
Which do
exactly what she says.
use one of your doohickeys to read this to me? But I'm improving because I'm actually using one of them, and we were at the bookstore for a long time, and it really actually helped me a lot. So, yes.
Doohickey. I can't.
Anyway, Tough Beef says, "Too bad the Meta glasses can't read an entire document."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so hopefully though they improve the meta AI. If they could fix the AI, that would be great. Like one time I was walking
Mhm.
and I was with my son and I said, "Which way is the door?" We were like walking to McDonald's. And it said the door is to the right. Like
Mhm.
I really like that. And it was actually to the right. And it did help, for identifying products, it actually does really well and it's pretty fast. You know that bag that mom always has in the middle of the table?
Yes.
Like it told me what it was. It's like collagen, something, 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 collagen, something. I don't know what it is. I don't remember, but
We
it
just
told
know it's
me.
there. Yes.
Yep.
Wait. So what's wrong? What's the big deal about the AI then with Meta?
He can't read documents, like what Jared was saying.
Oh,
If you
okay.
say, um, I had it read a bill,
Right.
and you can ask it questions about that bill. You can
Right.
ask it, specifics like that. But if you're like, oh, read this letter, it won't do that.
Got
It'll
you.
summarize. And then
Mhm.
it tries to get away with saying less.
Mhm.
If I say read Psalms 139, it
Mm.
refuses. It'll read the first two verses. If I say
Got you.
if I say read verses 1 through 24, it'll still read the first two or three verses. Like sometimes you can trick it and make it
Uh-huh.
read more, and sometimes it doesn't work. Yeah.
Huh.
It just feels like it doesn't want to.
It
It's like
doesn't
I
want to
don't
do
want to.
it. What about a paragraph? You just tried a regular like paragraph?
It will summarize. I can
Yeah.
sometimes get it to read like smaller things, not paragraphs. If it's a short paragraph, maybe, but I tried to use it on a magazine and it would
Mhm.
just summarize. Like I'm like, read this specific, like because a magazine has those little
Right.
blocks of text,
Yeah.
and it just told me what it was. And I'm like,
Huh.
no, read it to me. Nope,
Nope. That's
nope.
not what it was designed for.
Oh, their design is wrong.
It is wrong. You're right.
So there is another AI app called Envision Assistant, which I don't think I've talked about. Illegally cited. Jesse, he has a great video on it, and you can. It's basically like Gemini and ChatGPT, except you can give your AI a personality, and
Ooh.
it's a lot of fun. It can be a lot of fun, um, but now it's out for Android. You can fill out this form. It's also linked, and you can apply to be in the beta. They're also, I think, opening it up for more people, so it
Mhm.
may be a good time to do that. There's also Pixiebot, Picybot. Let's see. Oh no. Give me 1 second. I'll get the link.
The
So,
ELT Nation says hello. Hello back.
hello. There's an article that's called "Was I Wrong to Write Off Pixiebot? New AI app now describes video." So, this is Pixiebot. I was really interested in this article because I'll be honest, I kind of wrote off Pixiebot. This is the icon for it. I mean, there's so many AI apps out there,
Right.
but this will describe the first 30 seconds of video, um, which is really helpful if somebody sends you a video and you have absolutely no idea if you can't see what's going on.
Mhm.
So that's the one thing that I would say, mm, like, it differentiates itself from the rest of the crowd. There's The Humanware has a magnifier app on iOS and Android, and now you can use it with VoiceOver and TalkBack.
Yay.
I'm not sure, honestly, why an assistive technology company would come out with an app that's not accessible with VoiceOver or TalkBack, but I'm glad that they
Oh, seriously.
did send that update. I honestly cannot recommend this app though. It's very limited. Use the iOS magnifier, use the Pixel magnifier, the Samsung magnifier, or Resume.
Right.
Those are free. And it doesn't have you don't have logos on them, which the Humanware one does.
Oh, where's the logo?
It's at the top. Yep.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It also doesn't have color filters. It
I
only
actually
has
use that color filters.
It only has like a way to take a picture, pause, zoom in and out, and flashlight. So yeah. There's
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
One thing that I really do like is the new 11 Labs Reader app. It's in alpha. So 11 Labs is an AI text-to-speech voice company. So it can make AI voices. It can make an AI voice for you or for anybody, and it has its own library of voices. But now it's kind of like the different reader apps out there like Speechify and reading mode.
Yeah.
Right now it's free, and it has really nice voices, I will say. It's very nice voices.
I think that's something I would actually try.
Yes, it has very nice voices. I really like the voices. I just tried it out today, and it's pretty cool. So while they have it for free, I'm gonna be using it. it's
Hello.
Uh-oh. Hello? Oh, great. What happened? Okay, Chrome just crashed on me. Can anybody hear me? Okay. So sorry for the technical difficulties. Hi, Gwen. Can you hear me? I can hear you now.
Oh, yeah. I can hear you a few seconds ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we lost you for a minute there.
Chrome just completely crashed, so that was
Yeah.
lovely.
Well, as it wasn't me.
Don't worry, it wasn't you this time. Anyway, let's see. Where was I? We were talking about 11 Labs, right?
Yep, and they can hear you. Back
Okay,
to
great.
normal.
Awesome. So we'll go back here. And now we have a few more assistive tech things to go over. There's something called Beyond Sight, which is something that they're developing. There's smart glasses, right? And this will take in all the information, your visual information. And then there's a smart belt, supposed to be, and that will vibrate.
Sorry.
It's another mobility AI tool because we need more of them. There's so many. I've talked about it. I've done interviews with some of them. But somebody is going to come up with a solution.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I don't know about
I'm not
that,
wearing
but
a belt.
I'm not
I'm
wearing
not
a
wearing a
belt.
belt.
The harness or the belt is a little bit funny to me. Meta says Chrome has been having a ton of updates lately.
Oh yeah, maybe that's
Yeah,
why it's crashing.
yeah.
So there's a new app called Ben Vision that's under development, and this I wish I could show you a demo. It's kind of cool, but also I think I would have a lot of trouble with it. So,
Ben Vision. Okay.
it's called Ben Vision. It's like all these vision. It's
Right. That's
to
why I
me.
get confused. That's literally why I get confused. There's like a whole bunch of AIs and there's a whole bunch of vision. And like my brain has an assigned priority to be like, this is, something you have to really remember.
Yeah. So this is an app that uses your phone's camera,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can have sound cues, or it's kind of musical, but not exactly like music the way you're thinking about it. It's not that kind of music. It's kind of, sometimes they describe it as symphonics or soundscapes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for example, if it's something to do with water, it'll sound like water.
Hmm.
You know, that kind of thing. So this is one of those things that they take um, whatever equipment they need and they go map a whole space, whether it's a museum or I don't know, like some building, and then they'll add all of those different sound cues. I guess for some people it could be really helpful. For me, when I kind of heard it, it can be a little bit overwhelming.
Right.
For people, I think, that don't have any vision at all, I think it could, or very low vision, it may be more helpful than somebody who has more vision, because when you still have vision, you get kind of, you have too many inputs. It's like
Yeah.
it might even be better if you just close your eyes, something like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, hotels, museums, theme parks.
So are they doing it like different places individually and mapping it
Yes.
out individually? Oh,
Yes.
that's
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 also another thing.
that's gonna
Yeah.
be really
It's the
so it's
same.
gonna be very limited.
Yes. And just
Unless like
like,
the AI can like pick up unless if there's like an AI that picks up, okay, there's like every time it sees a stairs, this is how it's gonna sound. Like if it's more like a general thing or
yes,
like
it
when
is a
it's
general thing.
oh,
So
okay.
if there's stairs, it's probably still one sound, because it has to
Right.
be, because for the user, if each
Right.
stair sounds different, that'll just be crazy. That's just too much. Um
No, I mean, but so is it something like I can only use it at such and such
yes.
museum specific?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, maybe. It's a
All right
maybe. I'm not sure.
then. Hmm.
I'm not sure. I'll take that back. I'm not sure. Maybe it can do, like, to a limited extent.
Mhm.
Like the AI will recognize it. Maybe you can just use it that way.
Because, honestly, like if even if it's limited, but you can use it for more places, not just like one
Mhm.
specific place.
Anywhere
I
you
think
go.
right,
Yeah.
anywhere you go. I think that would be useful because like say, if it just identified elevators, stairs, bathrooms, like those kinds of signs, like
Mhm.
the AI can pick up kind of those things and kind of alert you. It doesn't say bathroom, blah blah blah. It says, like it hums or something, you're kind of like, oh,
Mhm.
it has to be somewhere here, like, then you can kind
Yeah.
of figure I think that's pretty cool. If it's something like that, if it's
Yes.
specific to a place, that's really tedious and very limited.
Which it would have the same issues as things like Good Maps and Right Here and
Yep.
Lazarillo, because they all are dependent on, like, businesses mapping them and things like
Right.
that. And that would
Right.
just be, that wouldn't be good. So hopefully it'll still work on an individual user basis. Like they can just take it with you anywhere you go. That would
Yeah,
be nice.
that would be nice. By the way, Tough Bifong is going to sign up for the Envision Assistant beta once it comes out. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, you can
Yep.
fill out the form like right now.
Oh,
So,
there you go.
yep, if you want to fill out the form, it's in the doc. Let's see what's next. Oh, they also have something called the Nira smart glasses.
Ooh,
Yep,
another
another one.
another one.
Sensatech and iSynth unveil revolutionary
Oh,
Nira smart glasses. Like, did AI write this?
I'm just
Anytime I
saying.
see revolutionary.
Every time I see revolution, I'm literally, guys, if marketing people, anybody, if you write revolution, we're just gonna assume you're AI. Revolutionary.
Exactly. That's the first thing that I
Just so
thought
you
of.
know. Okay,
So
so
this is
tell
what
us
it
about
looks
this.
like. It looks like it's glasses, and on top of those glasses is some kind of device. So I don't
Mhm.
know if it's the glasses or just the device that you attach, and it has sensors and things like that, so you can avoid obstacles and recognize objects. It's like they always want to do the same things. Um,
Hmm.
and then on their website, it says move more freely, navigate confidently with a newfound sense of independence. I'm still thinking this is at least partially done by AI. This article, I'm sorry,
It's
but that's
confirming
how it
it more
feels.
and more.
I
Keep
know.
reading.
Yeah. Let's see. So I'm not very excited about that one, honestly. I mean, we have so many things already. It's just so
We
many.
don't see anything that stands out.
Yes.
Yeah, with all the other stuff. So apparently, the consensus right now at the chat is a belt is better than a harness.
Oh, okay.
Just to let you know.
Yeah, it's better than a harness. It's better. But like, what if you don't have something to put a belt on? Okay, like what about us girls? What about us girls? We don't always wear belts.
No, we don't.
What kind of belt is this? I
It'll have
don't
to
want
be
to wear a
integrated
belt.
into our fashion
Oh
in order for it
no.
to work. Yeah.
No, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'd rather use the glidance. The glide, I mean the glide. I keep calling it glidance. I'd rather use the glide over a belt or a harness.
Do you have any idea how much this smart belt costs, or what was the belt called?
I it's uh Beyond Sight
Beyond
is the
Sight. There you go.
company. Is the company that makes it.
Got you.
Um what they're calling it, I don't know. I'm just gonna call it Beyond Sight, just like I call glide glidance. I don't
It's close enough.
they
Yep.
have a I don't like their image. If you look at their image on their article, it's a
Uh-huh.
man, I think, with their hand over their face, like
Mhm.
covering their face, and then there's like this blue thing on his head, right
Oh,
above
I
his
didn't
hand.
even see the blue thing.
I
Is
don't
that
know
it?
what that is. I don't know what it is. It's
I don't know, but
something.
it's like a huge rectangular thing,
Yes.
and he
Mhm.
looks like he's literally playing peekaboo.
No, he needs his other hand. And then the thing is, I don't see the belt. Unless that whole black thing,
Is
which
that what the belt is?
I
Wait.
think it's not a belt. It looks like a is it a
Oh my
girdle or something
god.
like that? Yeah,
My
look on the left side.
goodness.
It's a really, really thick belt is what I'm trying to get at. Like
I
a couple inches wide. Like
Okay, guys, it looks more like a tool belt. It
yes,
really doesn't
there
look
you
like a
go.
belt. It looks like a tool belt, like construction worker, like kind of thing where you can put tools on it. It's that wide, you know. So it's like wearing a mini skirt, maybe. Just
Yes.
anyway.
Who wants to wear a mini skirt slash tool belt? I don't know. I'll
Okay.
more power to you. I don't know. Any girls out there who wants to wear that, incorporate it into your fashion. I don't know.
I
I
don't know.
don't know.
I can't imagine if it had pockets, maybe. Continuing. Continuing.
Pockets. Oh boy. I'm sure they would sell more. Like maybe one more unit if if it had pockets.
This is an update, not a roast. Just
Hmm. Oh,
Just to
right, right.
right.
Forgot. Okay, let's recenter and refocus.
Recenter. Mhm. Yes.
So, Vision Ireland launches a new Bookshare Ireland Alexa skill.
Hmm.
Oh, sorry for saying the A lady. Um, this is really cool. I would hope there's a Bookshare reader app here in the US. That'd be really cool. So anybody who's in Ireland, yeah, let us know what that's like. I want that. I want that.
Very cool.
Um, I want that for Bard. I want that for
Mhm.
the what do you call that one? Bookshare, but the other one, the NFB Newsline. I
Yeah.
just want that. If it can be an Alexa skill, I'm all for it. Oh, I said it again. Sorry. My bad. In the UK, Mueller. Wait, is the two dots above the U?
I
Is
think
that
so.
short or long?
I I
Muller?
why are you
Mueller?
asking?
I because you're the English logic of English user. Okay, whatever. Mueller or Muller, whatever it is, partners with NaviLens
Mueller?
to enhance packaging accessibility for BPS people. So
Okay.
let's try to break that down. BPS, um, blind and partially sighted people.
Oh my
I
goodness. All I heard was UPS for
B
some reason until I actually looked at the screen and it says, oh, it's BPS.
BPS, yes. So blind
I
and
think so, yeah.
partially sighted is what I'm guessing.
I think so.
Navilens basically utilizes technology that's similar to QR codes, except they're colorful and they actually are picked up by cameras more easily
Mhm.
than regular QR codes. So that's cool. I wish we had more Navilens support here in the States. I'm waiting for that. Let's see what's next. Oh, look at Chrome. It just is pink. It's all pink. It won't load. Oh, now
Hmm.
it's loading.
Um, this heart here on the YouTube app is just really bothering me.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. It gets in the way, right? This was a few months ago. GE Appliance improves access for visually impaired consumers. So they have this $20 thing that you can buy, and
Mhm.
then it's so-called large print, transparent, tactile, and braille labels.
What?
Yeah.
Large? Okay, so you stick this onto your appliance?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So there's like 400 or more different labels for the most common appliances
Interesting.
and controls. Yes. It's a partnership with APH, which is American Printing House for the Blind. This was from February and it's over 400 stickers. Oh, I got it right.
Hey
The
guys, that's actually pretty
Yes.
cool.
It's cool.
If it's
The large
available. Yeah.
it is available.
No, no,
The
I mean
large
for what
print
you
isn't
have.
large. So it just has labels like temperature,
Right.
cold,
Right.
things like that. So
That would help me.
in
If
some
it
ways it's helpful,
mhm.
but what about screens or touch screens? That doesn't help with that at
No,
all.
no, no. But I mean, is it a separate sticker for Braille and a separate sticker for large print, or is it all like together?
I have no idea.
Okay, because it needs to be separate. Because if the Braille is on top of the large print, that's going to be really hard to read.
Yes, so this is what it
Um,
looks like,
yeah.
but I can't tell.
Yeah, I can't
Um,
tell either.
I have no
I don't
idea.
see any Braille on that picture.
So right under temperature,
Mhm.
there's Braille.
Weird.
Because
I
it's
see cold,
Braille,
cold,
it's like right above cold
cold.
and under temperature.
Wow.
If you zoom in a whole bunch,
I guess it's
you'll
because
see
it's
these.
blurry.
Yeah.
I see one dot.
Here,
Okay.
let's try to zoom. No, I
I
can't
see
zoom
it.
in more. Yeah.
I see a dot. I see kind of okay. Well, it's
Mhm.
together, and I think that might distort.
So
Um,
this is from GE right here. We'll see if
right.
this is
And I'm not
better.
even thinking about like reading it off. Like I'm just thinking like when I use my magnifier, it's at least gonna be easier not to zoom in so much or to like see it from further away. Because I just don't, I'm not hopeful that I'm gonna be able to see it just by looking at it in general.
So I don't know who can see this, but I'm showing it from the GE online store. This is the pictures, which
Mm,
is not helpful, really.
no,
Not
not
too
really.
helpful. Yeah. Let's see if. Oh, here's a picture. Oh, can I do this picture? Let's see if we can zoom in on this picture.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hmm.
I don't
Ow.
actually
Ah,
see.
screen flashing.
Oh, the screen is flashing? Sorry.
Um,
Okay, so there's what it looks like. Can you see it better now?
yeah, I can. I can. Hmm. Yeah, I
It
mean,
has a 3-star here.
oh really?
Yes, it has
I'm
3
thinking the
stars.
braille should be helpful for people, but I
I
don't
th-
know.
some people say like the print is not large enough. Uh in the GE reviews and like the product reviews. One of the things though is it's just like overlays on websites. Sometimes they can be helpful, but if you don't design it with accessibility in mind, it's
Hmm.
just a patch that
Right.
it doesn't fully make it accessible.
Right.
Uh
Yeah.
especially those buttons, when you press a button and it goes to a different selection and then you press
Yeah.
it the same button again and it goes to a different selection. Like how are you supposed to know which one it is?
Exactly. But the headings at least, because I don't know. But for something like this, what about for something round like this? Where you can where it
Yes, it
the
would be
thing I
more
think this would
helpful.
have I was thinking
Mhm.
about it for something round like that. I was fixated on the pictures, but you're right. Configurations where like it changes based on the buttons
Mhm.
that you press and things like that,
Touch
and it's totally
screens. Yep.
flat touch screens. Um yeah, I can see that wouldn't really be that helpful.
Nope.
And the large print, like I said, I'm not hoping that I'm literally because some of these are not, if you have an upright, it's not going to be close to these controls, and I'm just not going to be able to like really get to it, even if I try to look at it closely. So it's never going to be large enough for me to read because I'm not going to be able to get it. You know what I'm talking about, right? If the controls are in the back.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I'm just glad, like, if there's, if it could be a little bigger and it helps me to kind of see it better using my magnifier. That's all it'll be
Mhm.
for me.
That's the thing. It can help a little,
Yeah.
but it doesn't really make it accessible
Yeah.
to me from in my head. I don't know.
Kirk says, "Hi, Carrie."
Hi,
Another
Kirk.
person.
Next we have Space Top. Okay,
Okay.
Space Top. It's a
S-
screenless laptop.
Mhm.
And no, it's not like it's not like what is it
The
called now?
radical. It's not revolutionary. It's radical
Yes, it's
now.
radical now. The
Rad.
headline says Space Top, the radical new laptop with no screen is ready for launch.
Whoa.
Uh, but it's not like the Braille one where it's just a keyboard. What it
Okay.
is I'm gonna scroll down. It looks
Mhm.
like a keyboard. Uh, and then it has glasses, AR glasses, where the
What?
screen is, so you can use AR glasses to interact with your laptop.
Wait a minute. So you put the glasses on,
Yes.
and
So
then you're
nobody else
looking
can
at
see
this.
the screen except you.
Huh. I wonder how heavy those glasses are.
They look much, 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 much lighter than the Vision Pros. That's what I
Yeah,
can
they
tell
do.
you.
A lot less thicker.
Yes, yes. It shouldn't be a cinder block on your head. To quote somebody,
Right.
this is what it would look like. It shows your view as if you were wearing the glasses. So
Mhm.
there's a keyboard, you can see your hands,
Mm.
and then there's screens all around you virtually.
Oh my goodness. I
So
don't know.
it's yeah, it's similar to the Vision Pro.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
But it can fold up as small as a laptop.
Hmm.
So it's a cool
Hmm.
concept.
Okay. I wonder what costs more to make, the actual screen or the glasses?
The glasses. The glasses completely.
Okay.
I just saw this. It's a robot guide dog. A
Wait,
robot dog.
where?
Yes. Right here. Can you see it?
Mm. Oh, I see. I see. Wait,
Mm-hmm.
what?
Yes.
Okay.
They're
And
they're working on a lot of different versions, but this was one version, and
gosh,
it
I
was interesting.
don't know. It's
it
interesting. It's interesting. Like
looks like
seriously.
it
Oh, I
looks
don't know. It's
scary.
weird.
It is weird.
It has like these legs that, okay, has the legs. They bend backwards like dogs, but they look like they have suction cups at the bottom, or little suction cups, and then the body kind of looks insectile to me.
Yes, it does look insectile with wires coming out of it, and then there's like this big blue computer-like thing on top of its back,
Right.
and then its head.
It doesn't have a snout. It
It
has a
doesn't. Oh, that's
it's a
so pretty.
smushed face. But I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking also about, like, like the thorax, the body. It just
Oh
has that
gosh.
feel to it. Like it has
Mhm.
those three sections that an insect would have. So instead of like a dog body, it has like dog legs with insect body. And where is
It
the
kind of
man
looks like
holding it?
hooves. It kind of looks like hooves at the
Hooves?
bottom. Hooves, like
Hooves.
horse?
Okay.
Hooves. Hooves?
Hooves.
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 Sorry. Oh no.
Hooves.
My bad.
I don't know, they look like mini plungers to me, or rollers or something. Are they
I
supposed to
think
be
they
rollers?
wheels.
They're wheels. Oh, I just can't see. Okay.
I think they're wheels.
They have to be wheels if it's going.
Yeah, right? I don't know. But they're testing it out, and I
But they
just saw
look
this
like plates.
picture.
They're not upright wheels or
It
whatever. Anyway, where is the man holding it? Where is
looks
it?
like a leash. It's a
Interesting.
that leash is attached to that computer-like
Contraption.
thing, contraption, that doohickey
That yes.
on top of the robot dog's back. Yeah, there's yeah, that's all I've got to say. It's interesting. Interesting. I don't know.
Carrie, have you told Gwen about your desire for a robot guide horse assistant? Lol, tough
Oh,
debunk.
so I don't think I have. Have I? Glenn, have I?
I think I've actually heard it. Yes. You
Oh,
haven't
okay.
told it to me personally, but I'm pretty sure one of your something that I listened to, you have mentioned it can do
Yes.
XYZ, and you can
Mhm.
also get on it. And
Yes.
so somebody thinks that's really neat. Must cost an arm and a leg and a firstborn for that robot guide dog. That's from Kirk.
Probably. That is probably really true. Oh my goodness.
And also from Tough Fong's experience, accessibility overlays are rare when they are actually well done. But Joshua says, man, I don't see the point. Okay, so it's a mixed bag with overlays and things like that. And I
Mhm.
can understand that.
Mhm.
Yep.
I don't know. That's just too much effort. I'm
Mhm.
gonna buy this thing for $20,
I'm not
and
going to be
let's say
able to
you,
line it up.
yeah,
That's my
that
problem.
too. Not
I'm
gonna be
not
able to
going to be
line
able
it
to line
up.
it up. So, somebody needs to install it, and
Mhm. And
yeah,
that is just too much.
yeah.
That's just I don't know.
So what is this, how is this guide robot? Like, what are they describing it? Like, is it gonna have the ability to take you from point A to point B, or do you still have to know where you're going?
Listen
Does
to
it do
this.
all the
Listen to this headline.
uh-huh.
AI-powered seeing robot guide dog provides a new leash on life for the blind. Ugh.
It's a good one, guys. That's brilliant marketing right there.
Oh, the birth of Robo Guide. Oh, I don't like it. I
Wait,
don't
go back up.
like it.
I want to see that
No,
picture.
this is the same picture that we
No,
saw
no, up
earlier.
on top
Oh, up right here.
before that one.
This is a video.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
The birth one. There, what
No,
is?
that's
Oh, that's the same one.
that's the
Okay,
same picture.
okay.
This is the next
That
one.
one right there. What in the world? What is it
Mm-hmm.
doing?
Oh
Okay, it's a
no, I have no
video.
idea.
It has a really interesting pose. Like
I
it's a
think they were in a mall,
mm.
or something. Yeah. I just saw the picture and I said, ah,
It's
yes,
scary.
that's exactly what I said.
You know what it reminds me? I don't know who. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know why every time I'm like talking to you or about this tech stuff, it's like Dark Mirror, and I don't know what that episode was where that robot dog was trying to kill Tough People. You know what I'm talking about. It was chasing them, and it was relentless. It was a robot thingamajig in apocalyptic time or something like that.
Mhm. I think I heard dad listening to the Twilight Zone and I'm like,
Oh,
oh
really?
no. It just reminds me of all of that. Legatus, thanks for the super chat. He says,
Yay.
contributing to the coffee fund. Of course, StreamYard would choose green. But anyway, to the coffee fund,
Thank you.
drinking a 2013 Cabernet Sauvignon as I'm entertained by all this revolutionary
Revolutionary.
AI nonsense.
I love it. Thank
Oh,
you. That's so
thank you.
awesome.
Oh, let's take that green thing off the screen now. Okay, so next we have the Solos Ergo. It just makes me think of like ergo, like isn't that a ERGO? Isn't that like a phrase? I forgot what it means, but
Yes.
so the
Yes, it
Solos
is.
Ergo
Mhm.
new AR glasses supports ChatGPT-O and won't cost a fortune.
Ooh,
Whatever that means.
whatever that means. Yes.
That means $350, I'm sure.
I was
Somewhere
Oh,
around
you
there. That's how much the
Okay.
Meta glasses are. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
very similar to the Meta glasses. It has a camera, all of that jazz. It does have Gemini support though. It's supposed to have Gemini and Chat GPT. The cameras looks like it's on the sides again, like the Meta
Mhm.
glasses. One thing that I don't like about it being on the sides is if you have long hair, and especially if you have bangs, that can be a problem sometimes. Yeah. Not that I know, or
No, you wouldn't know
supposedly,
anything
yeah.
about that at all, would you?
Yes. Oh, let's see. The next thing is just a few more. TikTok now has a dark mode on Android, finally. I don't actually have an article about that that I could find. I found an article, but then I lost it. So there's that. Also, text sizing is now also dictated by TikTok instead of Android, which I
Hmm.
don't really like. Let's see. Let me look at my notes really quickly here. Okay, so if you want to enable dark mode on TikTok, you have to go to settings, accessibility. No, settings, display, and then dark mode. If you go to settings, accessibility, and then there's a text size option in that menu.
Yeah.
I wish the dark mode was in the accessibility as well as the display. It's
That
literally the only option under display.
Huh.
So I don't understand.
Okay. Well, it's in a good direction. At least
Mm-hmm.
it's available now, or just better. I don't know.
Yes.
Real question though. How will it do for the snow in Canada? Good point about the robot dog, I think.
Yeah.
Being in
It's
weather, different weather.
probably will not work. Is my
Yeah.
guess. So there's a rumor going around that there's a hidden Android 15 feature that could let you force any app into dark mode. We already have
Interesting.
this now, where if you
Mhm.
go under developer settings, there's a way to force dark mode, and it doesn't always work very well. So, which is why I don't often use it, and sometimes it breaks apps that already have a dark mode. I wish that it could sense that, oh, this app already has a dark mode, let me not change it, but
Right.
sometimes it still does.
Yeah.
But apparently they're going to make maybe make a way for it to force a dark mode if it doesn't already have one. Maybe.
Maybe.
Supposedly. Yep. So that is actually pretty much it. That was quite a lot, actually. Oh goodness. Oh no. Okay, Jared says, here's this to fund Carrie's Starbucks habit and further support the
The
green.
green.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
And the
really actually hard to read, but yes. Thank you, Jared.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you. Now I'll have to get some Starbucks. Well, I didn't need an excuse, but that's
Nice
okay.
one, Toffee Fong. Haha. Okay.
You got me. You got me. And I had to put another green thing on YouTube. Really quick note for some of the products that I haven't made a video on. I just wanted to kind of give a TLDR
Mm-hmm.
of some of my thoughts on them. So, somewhat recently, I got the Rabbit R1, which I pre-ordered a couple months ago. And the short of it is, don't buy it. It's not worth it.
Oh.
And apparently it's also a scam, or it could be, or the
Oh.
companies are, or something. So I don't recommend getting the Rabbit, and it's very slow. It doesn't do any of the things that it promises. So, yep, that's
Remind me what is that?
the Rabbit. It's the doohickey that's bright orange.
I think you were talking
The
about that.
revolutionary doohickey.
Doohickey. Is that the button that you press and it will do the one thing? I remember like we were at um staycation.
No,
No, that's different.
it's right
Okay,
here.
wrong doohickey.
It's bright highlighter orange. The
Uh-huh.
camera doesn't do it justice. And it has one button, a scroll wheel, no sound feedback at all when
Oh,
it's
wait.
listening or when it's not listening or doing something or loading or thinking nothing.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it's just
What is it
no.
supposed to do?
It's just a AI thing.
No.
Just like Gemini and Chat GPT, yada yada yada. It can't even make alarms. It says, go use an alarm or a timer or something. It's like,
Oh
I don't
my
want to do
goodness.
anything. Yeah, it really did say that to me. Things like that. It's
That is, guys, it
not
is
good.
really bright too. It's a bright square
Yes. Don't get
looking.
it.
It's like a thick piece of bread that's really bright orange. I guess it has a button. I don't know.
And it comes in this case that
Mhm.
reminds me so much of a cassette case, except it's square. Look, it's
Let me
just like
see.
a cassette
Hold it up.
case. Do you see that?
Oh, you're right. It
Yep.
opens just like a
It opens
cassette.
just
It
like
has
a
like a
cassette.
little pocket. where it sits on and then
Yep.
the lid closes.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. That's exactly right. Don't get it. That's the bottom line. Let's see. Oh my goodness. What is this? Oh, it's blue. Hey,
Yeah,
look,
I
it's
know.
blue.
Green,
Woohoo! Thank you. It's
green
blue.
aroma
Victrix.
Okay. Thank you. Look at
Thanks,
it.
Legatus. But it's blue. Yay, it's blue.
Wow, I'm just really struggling to read that.
Yes. Yep. And then there's also, let's see. Oh, I already talked about the Meta glasses.
Yeah.
I really do like them. And then the last thing that I'm going to end with is the Monster Boomerang.
Ooh.
Yes. Let me move to the side. I just got these yesterday and they're really fun. They are neckband speakers. So if you're into something like that, it's pretty good. It's a little it likes a lot of bass. So if you really want something that's super clear, like the treble and the mids suffer a little bit because of their bass, but it's still good. I can still listen to podcasts. I've been listening to my audiobooks with it. And bone conduction headphones have never worked for me. I've tried out a whole bunch of them. I've returned all of them to Amazon. They just don't work. They don't fit well. Doesn't feel good. But this one just rests on your shoulders, and it's just speakers. It's really nice. It does have bleed if you care about audio bleed. Um, it's speakers. It's still speakers. Even
Got
if they're
you.
all around your shoulders, they
Got
do
you.
fire up right to your ear. So it's a lot less sound than if you had like a general speaker. But they're really nice. I've been wearing them around like everywhere.
So are they comfy?
Yeah, they're comfy. They're also like pretty flexible at the back of your neck, so you can like kind of stretch it. You can do all sorts of things, and it has like controls in the side here to pause and play media, lower, increase, decrease the volume, and the power. And you can actually feel these buttons, which I really like. Yes, this is what they sound like. They are a little loud when you turn them on, which is I don't like.
Oh wow.
Discovering.
There you
Your
go.
device is connected.
There you go.
Is that English accent?
I think so. I don't know.
Discovering.
Yes. So that one is a really cool one. It's also in the Amazon shop if you want to take a look, or you can just search for Monster Boomerang. They also come in a petite, which is actually supposed to come tomorrow. So I don't know which one I'm going to keep because the petite may be smaller. This is a little bit big. It's a little bit big.
Is it heavy?
Compared to what?
Does it feel like a brick?
No, it doesn't feel because it's also not on your face. It's like on your shoulders. You're used to, at least I'm used to backpacks.
Yeah, but you have a neck thing or a shoulder thing already,
What neck thing, shoulder thing?
I don't know.
Here.
Okay, let me see.
I'm gonna put it on. Okay. There you go. So, I mean, it's heavier than the LG Tones or like the neckband headphones because it's a speaker, but it's still. It's not bad.
It's not super bulky. Okay.
No.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it's really not bad. And I just like it because I don't always like having things on my ear or in my ear. It's not comfortable.
Got you.
Noise pollution. No. Hey, it's better than having really, really loud speakers everywhere. So I like it.
Yep.
And if you're like walking or doing yard work or, you don't have to carry around the speaker wherever you go.
And also, it's not in your ears, so you can
Yes.
still hear other
Yes.
things besides, just
Mm-hmm.
what you're listening to.
Exactly. That's why
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Without being like bone conduction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If they improve bone conduction, maybe I'd like that better. But one thing that I did think about is why can't we have something like this with these speakers and this style, and then just put a camera right here? Can't we
Right
just do
where?
that? Like somewhere. And just
Well,
have this instead of on your face, instead of a
mhm.
harness,
It's
just
gonna
have
be
it.
called a neck brace. It's a
Oh
wearable.
my gosh. Don't stop. Stop
What?
it.
What do you want to call it? A scarf?
A
A neck
scarf.
scarf? You have a belt, a harness, and a scarf? What?
It's kind of reminds me of the biped, except the biped is ginormous in comparison. Okay, it really is. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen again just so you guys can see this. You remember the biped, right, Gwen?
Hmm.
Where did I put it?
Hi,
Chrome tab.
Valentine. Saying hi.
Hello. Okay, here we go. Right here. Look at this. Do you remember this?
Let me see. I'm not seeing it yet. Oh, yeah.
Do you remember this? It's like goes
Yes.
over your
Yes, yes,
shoulders
yes, yes.
and it comes down over your shoulders. Let me see. Okay, here's
Right.
another picture.
I
And
see it.
it's much bigger, even behind your neck.
Right.
Both sides have like this huge
Hanging things. Like,
hanging things.
it's almost like you're wearing a scarf with 2 battery packs on each end. That's what it's like.
Yes, exactly.
Biped is a mobility.
Here we go. Here's some person wearing it. It goes down pretty far on them.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
So if you're
It's too
walking
big.
fast, it's gonna be like banging on you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot bigger than these speakers. They
Right.
have smaller speakers like this, but if it could just be this size, then maybe.
Yeah. That might work.
Maybe.
Jared is listening through JBL speakers right now. So he agrees.
He
Um
agrees with.
Something about sharing about the listening using speakers. Mm, I feel the
Yeah.
same way you, Carrie. I'm actually listening to your stream through my JBL speakers. Hey, JBL. I like my JBL.
Okay, so somebody wants me to share the link for the boomerangs. Give me 1 second. I'll go ahead and just share it in the chat. If you give me a chance to.
Are you imagining a
Monster
scarf with 2
boomerang.
batteries on each end thanks to Gwen's description? Yep.
I think
That's
it
what
was
it
a
looks
great
like.
description. It was a great
Yes.
description.
It's a whole new audio description, guys.
Oh boy. Okay, copy. All right. Now, if I can find the window and paste. So it is right in the
There you
chat
go.
if you want to take a look at it. It has Bluetooth 5.0 and it's supposed to have about 12 hours of battery. I haven't tested it. I literally got it yesterday. So I'm giving you my first impressions. Really, I've just been using it yesterday. I fell asleep with it on though.
Oh my goodness, seriously? And you didn't
Yes.
it felt comfortable enough?
Yeah, I mean it was fine. I fell asleep. I woke up and I'm like, "Oh, I still have this on," and then I fell back asleep again. And then I did end up taking it off. I was listening to a book and,
Of course, if it's a book, it's okay. You can put up with it. It's a good book.
yeah, it was still good. I want to try the petites though because, like I said, it's gonna be smaller. Yep, that's pretty much it, guys.
All right, that was a good one. Okay, so
That
the
was really long.
it was okay.
Sorry.
There was a lot with the iPhone, all the iOS stuff, all the Apple
Mhm.
stuff. Um, I really like a lot of uh a lot of information in the
Mhm.
beginning. So, but
Yep.
after that, everything kind of felt, like not as compact. I think after the Apple and the Google stuff, it was like, okay,
Yeah. The things that really what do you call it? Gwen, can you find Gwen GPT, help me.
yes, what?
The
There
things
was
that
not
really
enough input for me to translate.
the things that really jumped out at me
Mhm.
for like WWDC is honestly the RCS.
Right.
That's really cool. Like Siri actually maybe being good
Yeah,
and helpful, maybe,
maybe.
hopefully.
Hopefully. Maybe maybe she'll soon be revolutionary.
Mhm. Yes. Oh yeah, I just said mhm just like Siri does. Mhm. You know if you call her, she'll go mhm.
Mhm. Mhm.
And the only thing that I found really interesting is the braille, being able to control it through braille screen input. There's like a few other things maybe, but like those are the top things, I think.
Right. Right, for the Apple.
I felt like Google, the only thing of note for me is the fact that TalkBack will use Gemini for image descriptions. Um, right? Like I don't know.
Yeah. What do you
It
guys think? What jumped out
yeah.
at you guys? What was interesting? And another person, Audrey Sims. I just
Mhm.
got here out the speakers and the headphones. Um, hmm.
Oh, I
And
will
next,
say call quality is
mhm.
well Gwen, why don't you tell them about the call quality? What do
I
you
don't
think
know
the
when.
call quality?
I don't remember you talk. When did you call me? Was it when
I
I was
called you.
like
Yeah,
saying
you're like,
you
you
were
sound
muffled?
weird. You sound
Oh,
weird.
you sounded like you had a cold.
Oh, okay. There you go, guys. So I don't know if you want to listen to things. It's great talking to other people. Maybe not so much.
Yeah, like it wasn't crackly. There wasn't like a distortion or anything like that. It just her voice wasn't rendering like it didn't sound like her Carrie voice.
Whatever that means. Kirk says, I thought the laptop and the boomerang was cool. Yeah, the laptop
Yeah.
is kind of cool. I just don't know how accessible it'll be, but yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
I have the
see.
same feeling about that. When I tried the Vision Pro, I was actually surprised that it was clear enough for me to like see or enlarge things, but I really couldn't see myself functioning with it, the way I function. Obviously, it's going to be different, but I can't see being efficient on it as efficient I am on my computer
Mhm.
using my OS
Exactly.
magnifier.
Yep. Same. 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 I
Yeah,
think I'm just too blind. I'll just say it like that. I just can't see well enough for
right.
those to be super helpful for me.
And then it's like also my head's going to be moving a lot because
Mhm.
of different
Yes.
gestures.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about that. I guess like I won't have the same like posture issues because sometimes my screen I
No,
actually
you will.
I will. Okay.
Like the
You're
thing with
telling
the
me now.
computer,
Mhm.
if you use the magnifier, you're only moving the mouse. At least I do. I
Right.
move the mouse most of the time. Most of the time I zoom in and then I like move the mouse. It's like so much harder if you have to move your head
Right.
to go to the top of the screen. You have to like crane
Uh-huh.
your neck.
Mhm.
It is
I'm
not
doing it
comfortable.
now too. Like I'm imagining myself. Like how would I read this chat? I would be like
Yeah, you'd have to
moving
turn your
my
head left and then
left to
right and then
right.
left, and it's
Okay,
no,
yeah, I would have
no.
to do that because it would have to be that big in order for
Mhm.
me to see it. And she's right. Like, I'm moving the mouse left to right or my head a little bit, but with that I literally would be, and I would probably move, my body would probably be swaying left to right along
Yes.
with my head because after a while, you get tired of just your head
Oh
moving.
gosh, yes. Makes me think of the
So
TV when the TV is too big.
right,
It's you're like,
right.
go all the way to the left, go all the way to the
Mhm.
right, then move your sister's head and be like, "I can't see
I
that
can't
side."
see. Yes. Yes, and that's funny because I think Commission for the Blind, they really feel like they have to give you like the largest screen for it to be
Mm,
accessible. And that's totally not how it works for people who have to really look at their screen closely.
yes. It depends on your vision.
Right.
Sometimes people will like having a 65-inch
No,
computer
that's
screen,
true. Okay.
but not, not for me.
Right.
Joker is asking, has Gemini worked for you?
Mhm.
I've heard mixed feelings on it. I like Gemini for what I do. If you have a lot of smart home devices, if you have like things you do that are actions with Google Assistant, then Google Assistant is going to be better.
Hmm.
If you want real world,
Information?
oh, sorry. Legata says Gwen's natural aptitude for marketing stood out to me. Yes, she does have a great aptitude for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. But I use Gemini for explaining a lot. Like, explain this for a 10-year-old to understand. Explain that for a 10-year-old to understand.
Okay.
Um,
So you're saying more like more world information, like
more
general
information.
more information. So,
Yes.
okay, so they have to, so is it easy to switch back and forth?
No.
Oh,
No.
man. Okay.
No, it's not. What you can do is you can keep Google Assistant
Mhm.
and then have the Gemini app. You can
Okay.
do that.
Okay.
But I like the convenience of Gemini
Hmm.
and having access to all that. Yeah.
Okay, so you use Gemini more now.
I use Gemini a lot more. I don't TalkBack and Google Assistant didn't like to work with each other. When you tried to use one, the other one wouldn't listen.
Mhm.
Like TalkBack would stop talking, and that was really frustrating for me.
Hmm. For Kirk, I thought the laptop and the boomerang were cool. Okay, so that's what
Yeah, I
stood
read
out to
that one.
him. Yeah.
Oh, Jared says, "What do you mean it's not easy? I switch back and forth all the time." Okay,
Oh, really? Hmm.
it's you have to go into the app and then set it. So it's not difficult, but neither will I go back and forth.
Yeah, she doesn't want to. She doesn't want the inconvenience.
I don't
K-
like the inconvenience.
It would be
It's very
great.
inconvenient.
It would be great if you can say, to Google, "Hey, Google, bring up Gemini," and then
You know
Gemini.
what would be great?
Uh-huh.
If Gemini had all the Google Assistant
Google stuff. There you
capabilities.
go. That's
Oh,
true. You
that
went ahead
scared
of me.
me.
Yeah.
That was the boomerang. It just said goodbye. I literally jumped. Did you guys hear that?
No, I didn't hear that.
Oh, okay. It
What
said
did it?
goodbye.
Oh, wow.
Okay, anyway, I think that is good. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. I'm glad that we got through all of this content. Hopefully, I can still make some videos on some of these.
There's some other questions right
Oh,
here,
there's
really
more
quick.
questions? Okay, sure.
Is Gemini good for translation?
Yes,
I
it's
find
pretty
myself
good.
probing the Pixel a lot for translate words, cause it works better than the others. What do you think?
Um, I've only used it a few times for translation, and the
Hmm.
few times that I did, it did it pretty well. One thing that I will say, out of all the AI apps out there, Seeing AI, Access AI, and Vision, if like my go-to is Seeing AI. If I'm
Okay.
having trouble with Seeing AI, my next go-to is Gemini because you
Hmm.
can send it a picture and
Gotcha.
ask it questions about the picture.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Carrie also uses Legatus AI, but that's not available to the public. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Gwen GPT and Legatus AI.
Yeah, I mean, you have certain people that you just, you go to for certain
Mhm.
things. Depends on what you're doing, right? You
Yes.
have to use the correct application.
Yes, you do.
And here's tough beef on. I just go into the settings for either assistant and just switch back. And there's an option to choose whether to select Gemini or Google Assistant within the settings.
Yes. If you want to go to all that trouble, that's great.
Right.
That's great.
Just pressing the screen too much.
Uh,
Too much. Google products not working with another. Shocking. Hmm. Yeah,
hmm.
I think I remember you talking about that.
Yep.
All right. Well, what the thing? What is? I
The
can't.
thing that
This heart, by the way. Hey, can you guys? There you go. Okay. There's a heart, guys. I
at the
think
bottom
at the
right
bottom. So
that
whenever
blocks the
that
text.
blocks, yes, that blocks the chat. So it's like the last word. I can't see it because this heart is
Hmm.
right there. Anyway, what
Yep.
was he saying?
It said the thing that most me. I think he means that stood out most for me in this live stream was a Gwen
Oh,
GPT.
haha.
Yes. They should
Thanks.
license that. That's not a lot of trouble. You're just impatient. Oh my goodness. All right, everybody. I think we're going to draw it to a close. It's been almost 2 hours. Thanks, everybody. And I'm sure we will do this again soon. Thanks,
Yay.
everybody, and take care.
Bye, guys.